We got another canoe video here. I have a paddler who's going to be showing us a paddle that goes a little too far in the water, a little too far back, and bending in the back versus opening up the angle of the bottom knee, and power timing. We're going to look at all those things. So I'm going to play it. You'll see her go through a little bit of wash from another boat, and then we'll slow it down and start analyzing her stroke. All right, cool. Slow it down here. All right, so I want us to be watching how far deep her paddle goes. It looks like her pinky gets wet every stroke. But look how far away her hand is from the blade. We have this much. We have this much at least before her blade, which is right here. And she's letting that red amount go all the way in the water. And I want you to watch how that happens and what that means about the way her body is positioned. If she's that far low, what does that mean about her body? And how does that affect the boat? I don't want people to just paddle pretty. There's a function behind everything. So there's a reason there's only the blade in the water. If she stopped right when her blade was buried, which is right here, which is a beautiful place to be buried. Look how far forward she is. She's rotated. Both arms are straight, completely extended forward. It's great. This is what I would like every canoeer to get to. And she loses a lot of this potential energy and power by just going deeper and deeper. Do you see that? So she's great setup. She does use her back to get to the water, and we're talking about it now, but I don't necessarily like that. I would like to see her try to use more opening up at the knee. That's a very minimal issue right now. She's really doing great. So she has her good setup here, and she's buried here. Now, the first thing I would like to see happen is her legs initiate this connection. So she's connected to the water. She's buried. She's as deep as she needs to be. And what I want to see happen is her left knee, her down knee, drive the boat forward. And she uses her right knee, her right up knee, to press her body, the hips back to make that happen. And her top arm and her bottom arm, her two arms, to independently press down as her body comes up. Those are all the things I want to see happen. Her down knee, her up knee, her back, and her arms. But what happens instead? She goes deeper, deeper, deeper. So up until this point, she's moving her arms and her body together, so they're dependent. They're dependent on each other. Right here, we see it independently move down, and now her body starts coming up. And now you see the boat come out of the water. You see how the boat's starting to move forward? That was her power phase, technically. But it didn't start until about right here, where the blade starts getting into the negative. The power doesn't start until this section of her stroke, which is why she probably prolongs it so much and drags it way back to her back foot. And look at her arm positions and how low she lets it go. So instead, what I would have this paddler think about is from this moment right here onward, her arms independently move downward. Her torso and her hips start moving forward to move the boat forward a lot sooner and start using all of her reach more efficiently. That's what I would have this paddler start focusing on.